Hey friends, it's Lori with Farmhouse Stencil Shop. I made a new stencil set, a love stencil set, and it has 12 small words. It's like the winter stencil set that I have, and the stencils are 3 inches by 2 inches, and I already have my boards prepped. I'm making these cute little blocks today, and I thought I would just do this really quickly and share this stencil set with you. I'm excited about how cute it is, so I want to share it with you. I started with this love block. I've already made that, and I will show you how I did it. I am just going to put a little bit of white paint on my board. After I painted my board, I dried it, and then I'm going to take some Mod Podge, and I'm just going to paint some Mod Podge over the top. Just a good layer of Mod Podge. And then once I'm done with that, I'm going to dry it. Once my Mod Podge is dry, I'm going to take my napkin, and I made sure that I removed the back of the napkin because usually napkins have 1 to 3 layers, so you only want the top layer of the napkin. And I'm going to figure out which way I want to put my little piece of my napkin on here. I think I like it just like that. And then I'm going to take my parchment paper and I'm going to put it over top of the napkin. And then I'm just going to take my little iron. And yes, this is a regular little travel iron. It's not a full-size iron, but I don't have a little mini iron, so I just use this and it works fine. So you just iron over the parchment paper. And what I'm doing is letting that glue melt. Okay. So then when you remove your parchment paper, your napkin should be adhered to your board pretty well. So then I'm going to take my little sander and just take off the edges of the napkin. And just clean that up a bit. Okay. So I have my little Mod Podged board. Then I'm going to take my stencil. I'm going to use a little bit of black paint. Position my stencil where I want it. And then I am going to, what are you doing, Liza? Just stencil on the word. Okay. Go back and cross my bridges. So then I have a nice little block that says love. I think it's cute. Then I'm going to take some wax. I'm going to go around the edges of the block. You guys can hear Liza in the background helping me. So I think that looks really cute. What do you think? Hi, Liza. So I have the rest of my blocks here, and I have also decoupaged several of them, and then I also painted some of them. So I'm just going to go ahead and use just black paint. I think I'm going to use black on all of these because I think it will be the easiest for you guys to be able to read. So for my little project anyways, I'll just use the black paint. I'm just dabbing in my paint, dabbing off on my paper towel. You want your sponge to appear dry. I've already prepped my boards. I've painted them. I've sanded the edges. I've done all of that because I really just wanted to introduce this stencil set to you. So I was going to have my baby niece craft with me today, but she's only 2 and she has very short attention span, of course. So she crafted for a whole 10 minutes or so and she was done. So maybe at the end of this video, I'll introduce you to her anyways. So this one says hugs, and I'm going to take my hot glue gun and I'm going to glue on a little heart I have prepared. So I was just going to show you cute ways that you can make these little blocks. I'm excited about the decoupage ones. They're really cute. I'm going to use the dark wax around these as well. I'm going to do that on each one of them. So I'll try to finish up all the blocks as I go. And then at the end, I will show you a picture of them. So far we have love and hugs. So these are going to be little terms of endearment. You can use them all year long. That's what I like about a lot of my stencils. I try to make crafts that can be used all year long. You can use these for your holidays, or you can use them also for little wedding favors or an anniversary party or anything like that. So I decided to use a font that is bold for these because the smaller the stencils, if I use a really thin font, they will be a pain in the rear to try to paint. So you don't want the font to be really skinny or anything. It'll work out best if it's bold if I'm cutting small stencils. There we go, XOXO. I'm going to move on to the next one. There we go. Isn't that cute? Cutie. This one says baby. You could also use this or a few of these for like a baby shower even, because this one says baby and I have the cutie and sweetie. I have sweetie too, so those would be cute for a baby shower, like some kind of little favors or something if you were making your own favors. These are perfect little shelf sitters. They can fit into your trays. You can give them away as gifts. Isn't that cute? It says, I love us. On to the next one. Okay, there we go. Let me also tell you what shades I am using. For the pink, I used this apple barrel paint. It's the bright magenta shade, but I toned it down with some white paint so it wasn't so bright. And then I used the Waverly celery shade for the green. And then I used the apple barrel dark gray paint, but it didn't turn out dark gray because I also used white and I made it lighter gray. So that's how I got those shades of paint. And then of course the napkins I used on the others. Okay. So that one says forever. This one says honey. Not only is it a term of endearment, but you can use it with bee crafts, honeybee crafts. And it's something sweet too. Okay. Honey. Moving on. Okay. Those love you. You don't even need to have painter's tape for these little ones. You can just hold them down. There we go. And lastly, so if you're interested in this stencil set, just give me a message and I will get you an invoice. It is going to be $8.50 shipped if you send me a message here on this video or through Facebook or through YouTube. I will put the set on Etsy and probably on my website too, but of course there'll be a little bit more shipping on those. And there we are. And that is the whole set. I appreciate you watching. I hope that you enjoy, and I hope that you will share it out. And give me a thanks, everyone. I appreciate you so much. Have a good day. Say cheese, Liza. Say cheese. She's a little moody. Are you moody, Liza?
No.
You're not?
I'm not.
You're not?